you start to like question a lot of things. First of all, they don't believe that men go through certain things like men can't get abused, men can't get hit on and beat on, and things like that. Number one, let me explain that. Yo, we know the power we have within. Like, we know our strength. Sometimes we don't defend ourselves because we know how bad we'll hurt a person because of the strength we have alone. That's alone. The strength we have alone. Like, a woman is not prepared for the strength that a man has. Like, yeah, you got bodybuilders and things like that, but realistically, a woman, nah, no, it's not happening. So us men, that's number one. We take that abuse. For the most part, we grew up and we always told that, this is what we supposed to do, this is how we do it. So we'll take that abuse, we'll take that hit, the physical abuse. We'll take the physical abuse because like I said, they tell us growing up, don't hit back and don't hit a woman and things like that. And then number two is like, yo, if we go complain, we looked at, like we saw for things like that, like, oh, we're not supposed to be doing that. Like, we're supposed to sit there and take someone's abuse and things like that. And it's like, yo, like me going through what I was going through and getting through all that, it's like, yo, it's wrong. It's wrong because here's the thing with God. I say it was kind of protection in my way because I was already going through the whole dealing with this disease and all that, and I'm trying to find that, and my body is basically going back on me and things like that. I don't have the strength that I used to have. So I'm factoring in all these things, and I'm, just that is happening to me. And the whole time I'm thinking like, yo, if I was on my feet or I had the strength to do like this wouldn't be going down like this. Like I would have did that and I would have did this. And a lot of things I was thinking about that I would have did would have had me locked up. Because I would have did something that was like, and I guess God knew that. It was certain things, like I said, my strength. He took my strength to actually be able to fight back physically. Took that shit from me. But it was happening. And I never, not one time, like this is my first time actually sitting here and releasing it and talking about it. A lot of men go through that. A lot of men suffer through that. Like a lot of men got to start over. A lot of men are being abused by women and they not even, they don't tell, they don't say nothing because of how everybody gonna look at them. Or they're disabled and they can't even defend themselves. And I don't even recommend that because like I said, looking back, if I would have had my strength, I would have been locked up. Like I was stocky. I did construction for the longest. Like I had a time period where, yeah, I got skinny, but for the most part, like before the disability, I was getting stocky. I was brawling because I was working consecutively. I was brawling. I would have hurt that person. So it's like God took that shit away from me. But at the same time, I think like, damn, like, because I had to go through a lot of stuff within that time too. Like, yo, I don't know if my ribs was broke or not, but I know it took a long time for it to heal. You know, being spit in my face, like all types of things happening. And I'm like, yo, I can't even defend myself. And I'm thinking about it now, and I'm like, a lot of people go through that. Cause people look at me now and be like, yo, oh, something wrong with him. Like he's letting himself go and things. But like people don't really understand. Like, yo, I'm healing from something. Like, yo, I had a whole family. I had children, bro. I was raising children. All that got stripped from me because of somebody's selfishness. And I had to heal that all by myself. All while still going through the judgmental people and all of this and things like I've been they put me in the psych home 5 times. I stress that because like I say, to this day I'm still trying to figure out how you put somebody in the psych home 5 times and nothing's investigated. Like, yo, we want to know like what's going on with this person? Like, why y'all keep bringing them back and forth? Like, these things I want to know. And these questions that was never answered. But I had to get through all of that. Still while dealing with that. Still while, yo, I have 5 children. 5 children. I don't speak to none of them. I don't speak to none of them. I had to get through all that. People will be like, yo, what he did, what happened, this and that, but it's like, yo, if I sat down and really told you the story, you'd be like, nah, I ain't doing that, I ain't going through it. But y'all understand. First of all, that's why I always push it, though, don't judge people, because you don't know what people going through. You don't know what they're going through. Like, I'm in a situation now, like I said, people look at me and they judge me, but it's like, yo, you don't know the half of what I'm getting through, and I got to do this alone. Like, nobody won't take the time to be like, oh, you okay? Like, I had a couple of people do that and things like that. God bless them. But for the most part, living around people who just judge it, and they don't understand. Like, I do everything by myself, like, to the point where I be like, yo, I didn't even get to see my oldest graduate. Like, I don't care to be around nobody. I do everything by myself. And when it's hard, I leave it alone. It ain't for me. It ain't for me to be doing it. But people don't understand, like, the things you gotta go through. And this is like, a lot of men are facing that. A lot of men gotta get through things that, like, yo, you don't know the half of it. And like I said, I don't complain. I don't even ask for help when I know, when it's God God be like, sometimes they tell me like, yo, you need help. Ask for help. You need help. But I don't. Because I have to live life where I know, like, yo, nah, if this not happening, if this not, I don't really care about the rest of that stuff. But I know I keep pushing, I keep getting through. Like, thank God I follow Jesus. Like, thank God, because in my own will, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know the half of that. I just know I'm following God, and every time I follow God, like, he keep blessing me. He's showing me the way but for me and my own church, I really don't care. Like, people don't understand that. Like, yo, I have 5 children, bro. They took my children away from me. It's like, what? What the hell? I don't see it. I don't care. But at the same time, I know I gotta keep pushing. I'm just not gonna sit there and fold. But yo, what's the sense? You took my children from me. It's like, yo, what is it? What? I don't see no reason to do anything. And that's crazy. Like, we don't speak about that. And a lot of men is going through that silently. And there's nobody, if they tell them, yo, they talk about it, they complain about it, oh, you soft, you this, you that, yo, just took all that from him. You took all that from him. And y'all expect, oh, just be a man, just do this, just do that. And y'all wonder why a person don't want to be bothered with nobody. Oh, well, the good men out there. Y'all ran them away. And they're not telling y'all, but yo, they don't want nothing to do with y'all. They trying to figure out. Like, I give you a perfect example. I cook for myself. I don't purchase this, that, everything, but for the most part, what I need, God's get me through that. What am I looking for somebody for? If I'm looking for somebody to fuck me over again, that's what I'm waiting for. That's what I'm looking for. So when you think about it, well, all the good men gone. They gave their life to God, and they went in solitude to figure themselves out. That's what they got. They with God. That's where all the good men gone. The ones who never cheated, the ones who never played, like the ones who never did this and that. Like all the things that that society say men do, and all the good men who didn't even follow that code, like they got pushed to the side. Like people see me like I'm like the one main things because of my demeanor and things like that. People see me in the wheelchair, certain people, and they be like, yo, what happened? You got shot? Yo, first of all, I'm from the hood. Yeah. Like I grew up in, like my hood, I grew up with was none but Crips. And I had to get through all that. I had to survive through all that. I had to get through all that. And I still never joined that game. I never joined it, but I had to live through all that. So my demeanor is one way, but my heart is another way. Stop being judgmental. I don't own a gun. I haven't been arrested. But I'm not soft. And the people that I grew up around, I was fortunate enough to grow around people who showed me like, yo, you like being soft is like it's not the right way to go. You can't be soft. So that's how I always been. I've never been soft. But my heart is soft. Yeah, I'm good people. You can trust me. I'm not stealing from you. If it's my last and I can split it up, I'm going to split it up. But I'm not soft. But like when people come across, when certain females come across a man right like that, they try to ruin them. They try to ruin them. My case, like I've been for the past 3 years, you know what I've been like homeless shelter. They put me in the nursing homes. They tried to put me in assisted living. They put me in the psych home. All playing with my food, like being poisoned. I just healed myself from the last poisoner like 2 months ago. I just healed myself. Like, yo, well, God healed me. But it almost took a year for me to heal from that. And nobody they won't ask you, like, I'm not looking for sympathy because I roll around and do my own thing. But if you're going to look and you're going to worry about me, ask me. Don't just judge me. Like dealing with a hereditary disease, I almost died from because there's no cure for it. From a family that they didn't even raise me. I was just forced to get my whole life until I signed myself out at 16. But every time I got to deal with a disease that was passed through the family. I don't even know them. And by the time I did try to get to know them and find out what was going on, they was lying to me. So what's the sense? You start looking at that, you start thinking about that, where people like, what's the sense? And these are the things that men face. And we don't talk about that. Because they tell us not to talk about that. Or they tell us to go to therapy. Here's the thing with that. It's the thing like, yo, you think an hour once every week or every other week is gonna help cure me or what I'm dealing with? Like, I'm not banging on therapists like, oh, I'm talking, you think one time for an hour every week or once every 2 weeks is gonna cure for what I'm dealing with every day? You think that's gonna help? You think that's gonna help? They tell us to go to therapy. What the hell is that gonna do? That's why I'll be like, yo, go find God. Because God is here with you all day, every day, whenever you need him. You'll be sometimes, I'll be like, when I run into a roadblock or I'm a misunderstanding, I'll be like, yo, this what I got to do? Ain't no therapist gonna tell me yes or no. And it be the right, ain't no therapist there for that. Or when you actually being obedient and you sitting there ignoring certain things, you're like, oh my God. And then you hear that little nudge from God. You be like, nah, don't sit there for that. Don't sit there for that. Let them know. If they want to fight, let them go. They lost. Let them know. It been times when I was in this wheelchair. Like, it was so much stuff that God was making me do. Somebody told me they was gonna kill me. It's like, yo, I'll kill you. And he was dead serious because that's how he get in. And in that same instant, somebody jumped up and said, yo, if you touch him, you not leaving. And I knew that was God. And I knew what I was doing was not wrong. Yo, it's been times, I'm telling you, like I could sit here and go on and go on and go on and go on. And these are the things that men gotta climb themselves back up. Like, I remember my own apartment. I don't speak to nobody. Nobody come check up on me and things. Like, I'm not looking for that no more. It's done. It's gone. Like, you tell a man like he raised kids, 5 children, and then he couldn't even watch his oldest graduate. Like, that's not right. Like, who's there to talk to him about that? Ain't no therapist there to talk to him about that. There's nobody there to talk to him about that. Everybody oh, that's what you get, and think, y'all don't even know what the hell was going on. I wasn't even talking about what's going on. I wasn't even telling nobody what was going on. This is what men are facing. This is what men are going through. Stop judging people. This is why I constantly say that. Stop judging people. Go find Christ, because Christ got me through some things that, like, you can't, there's no way. There ain't no regular person could do what I did in his own mindset. Yo, I knew somebody I knew the person who poisoned me, right? They wasn't the only one. At one time, there was 2 people. Y'all think I'm lying. There was 2 people who was poisoning me. Bro, the second person who was poisoning me, God was telling me to go ahead and keep going. Keep accepting it. Even though that person was poisoning me. Because what that person was poisoning, I had no access to. So it was like God was 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 sifting through the stuff that I needed. And even though I dealt with the backlash of how they was poisoning me, I still got the nutrients out of what I needed. And I'm here today. Yeah, I just cured that poisoning like I said 2 months ago. But at the same time, I'm still here. Yo, 2 people at one time was poisoning. The first person who poisoned me, he got the brakes beat off it. And I was off a separate subject. But everybody was thinking he was going to win that. And bro whipped on him like it wasn't right how he got beat down. It was not right. I never seen no beating like that. It wasn't right, but I wanted to cry. But this is what God was doing. Y'all laugh today, but yo, when I was looking at it, I wanted to cry. Like, yo, ain't nobody supposed to be getting beat down like that. But at the same time, it's what God was doing. Like, you was poisoning one of his children, bro. We don't play like that. Yo, the way dude got beat, and we all thought he was going, oh my God, we thought he was going to win that. The way he got beat, I wanted to cry. I don't be crying. Like I said, hey, I don't speak to none of my children. The most hurtful thing in my horrible life. I don't cry. That, I wanted to cry. But at the same time, you can't do nothing to God's children. Like, you can't do that. One of his chosen ones, you can't touch them. This is why I don't wish nothing bad on nobody. But at the same time, I know, like, yo, speaking about bringing the light about, people judge, people assume certain things, but they don't be understanding. Like I said, I could be flipping out telling everybody what I went through. I don't tell nobody my story. I let God vindicate me. And y'all ain't important enough to tell y'all what I went through. Like this, I would look at certain people, not y'all. This, I look at certain people like they not important enough for me to even talk. So keep judging me. And then that's when God come into vindication. Like right now, I'm in a certain situation I was because God vindicated. It was like people judging me and then a certain time it's like, now these same people who I know was talking crazy about me, now they all of a sudden all nice to me and that's God. He probably got a hold to them. He probably let them know. That's why you get it life for Christ. You let him handle all that. Like, you'll never hear me, like, this is the first time you think, but you'll never hear me tell for detail to detail what I had to actually go through. You never hear me do that. I tell my parts of testimony, but I'm not sitting here dwelling on mine. I'm moving forward. Yo, don't judge nobody, especially that man you see going through a hard time. Yo, ask him if he alright. That's your brother. Ask him if he alright. He may be going through something. He might need your help. Here's the thing. People think, I give him $1 and give him this. Like, yo, it ain't about money. Like, you see me? Like, yo, people pass out. People want to stop pass for money. Like, at first I was feeling offended. Like, I'm like, yo, now it's either I take that money, I go buy me something to eat, because I be like, yo, because you judge me, you fed me for the day, whatever. Now I don't got to spend it. Now this is $10 I get to keep in my pocket. Or whatever the case should be. You know, $5 I get to keep in my pocket. Or go get that somebody that they hungry, whatever, I go buy somebody something to eat. I don't find no offense with none of that no more. You don't never know though. You don't never know what a person going through. And I know it's a lot of brothers going through that. They won't say nothing because society told them, chill out, shut up, don't say nothing. Just get through. And I'm the result of just get through it. This wasn't no easy road, bro. If they could have killed me, like, just came up and ordered that head, they would have did that. But they tried to make me do it myself. A lot of men going through certain things. Like, a lot of men go through step one and they see certain things and they be like, nah, I ain't gonna do that. I'm just gonna follow the status quo. Sometimes it ain't right. Status quo ain't right. Like, the status quo talk about, I need to be in an electric wheelchair. I need to have home attendants. I need to have Meals on Wheels. I need to have this. I need to have that. Please. I had this one wheelchair for like 2 years. You know my Meals on Wheels? The Ninja blender that behind me. That's my Meals on Wheels. Yo, it gets my food and stuff chopped up immediately. Things like that. I need help. Yo, I mop my floor. I sweep my floor every day. Turn on my music, just go. Right after I finish thanking God and taking care of myself. Doing my stretches and my exercise. I need no human to tell me I can't do it. Yeah, right. Yo, sometimes them words of encouragement I hear from people when I'm outside, oh, you doing it, oh, you doing this. Just little simple things. Yo, you got it, you dope, you tough. Oh, I see you. Yo, I come back upstairs and that mean the world to me. I feel like I could do anything. I feel like I could do anything when I hear that. Do that for your fellow brothers. Stop judging them. Help him out. Help him get on his feet. Yo, the one thing you start feeling like, yo, it's nothing out there, especially coming out of a relationship and you're not ready for it and everything started happening to you, you wasn't ready to leave that relationship, you start feeling like that's the end of the world. But when you wait on God, He starts snapping things together, start hooking you up, start. When He put you alone and then you start experiencing and going through things, yo, you don't even want no relationship, no, you don't even care about no relationship. It's like, yo, what are we even talking about? What are we even doing? Like, I beyond it, I got sent 2 nudes. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, like, yo, I didn't even ask for this. Like, I felt some type of way about getting that. Because I'm like, yo, I didn't even ask you that. Like, you sending me that made me feel like I disrespected you in some way. I ain't even asked you for that. Nah, this is your mindset. I don't even want that. Nah, go ahead. Have a nice life. Find God. Find Christ. These are the things that men are facing, like, yo, help your brother out. Help him out. I love you, family. God loves you. He put the love in me to love you. Help your brother out. Enjoy your day.